welcome to the Rick Bork channel, where the beer's always cold, language fucking sucks, my shit's always broken, your opinion doesn't matter, and Borkfest 2022 is July 29th and 30th. So, on a previous video, I ended the video with a bloody nose, so I figured we'd jump back into that one today, so I need a little bit of a segue video, so here we are. I'm going to eat my sandwich, and y'all enjoy the video. Okay, so we got the thing up in the air. We'll do that. And then we take our, where did I put it? It's over here. Now that we let it down, we collapse the tire. So we'll take and put our hose over the threaded portion of the valve stem, and it fits tight, and it should. But now you can see we'll start moving that through there. As we lift the side by side back up, it's going to want to, that tire is going to want to open up, return to its shape, so it'll actually just draw this back in versus having to push it in and then let air out. We can see here. The other thing you'll need to let air into is the bottle itself. Collapse it down as far as you can, pop it off one side or the other, and let the air out. It's going to give you a little spurt. So we're going to do the same thing again. It still wanted more. It was sucking air in, not letting air out. So same process. That one's empty. And it pretty much sucks everything right out of that bottle versus trying to shove it in there, take the hose off, let air back out of the tire. This way, if it's trying to suck it in, it'll go a lot faster for you. Okay, valve core back in. We got a pretty nice little filler. .14 PSI on the dot. Put your cap back on. Because you got your tire up in the air, give it a good rotation. That'll help coat the inside of that tire. So that stuff's just moving around in there. All right, so let's be honest. This is a buyer beware kind of repair. ATVs, lawnmowers, wheelbarrows, like your fucking little wagons that go behind something. Don't do this shit in your car. Don't do it on your fucking tractor. That's as far as I'm gonna, and don't do it on an ATV that's gonna do 70 fucking miles an hour. Don't do it. Because in the wintertime, this shit will get hard and the thing will shake like a bitch. In the wintertime, this fucker doesn't do 10 miles an hour. I can promise you that. I've never had a problem with using it on this. Just remember, if you're gonna break down those tires or change them out, you're gonna have a mess inside. Just fucking accept it. Leave it sit for a night. Mark the bottom of your tire so it all fucking settles down in the bottom. And then you can kind of work with it from there. If we ever got to get into it, I can show you that. But you give her a good spin, let it get everything coated on the inside. Same process with all the other tires. Oh, well, okay, we put sealer in those back tires. I was going to pop the wheel off. I did pop the wheel off because I was going to see why the parking brake doesn't work. Well, fucker needs rear brake pads, so there's no sense getting into the parking brake until we fix the rear brake pads. So, I go online, and I'll tell you right now, the fucking brake pads are going to wait for a little bit too. I go online, and feller gets to looking, and look up parts for some bitch, and brake pads come up, and I was like, fuck, it was between 60 and 70 bucks for brake pads. Yeah, fucking pucker factor, but fuck, you know, guys gotta have them. And I started reading, it's for one fucking wheel. One wheel. So then you need two plus fucking tax and shipping. Fuck me. You got over $150 fucking dollars into putting a set of fucking brake pads in the bastard. That doesn't include fucking rotors. God, I mean, I can do pretty decent brakes. The parts on them won't end of a vehicle for that, pads and rotors. Son of a bitch. They're that fucking big. So anyway, I guess we're not fucking doing that tonight. Fuck that noise. My fucking ass still can't unclench. So the other thing I want to do, that's a piece of semi-tinted plexiglass. It's smoked plexiglass, I think you'd say. I want to cut that for the back there, and we'll go from there. Okay, well, we'll try that again, because I don't know, I hit the button and it got all funny. Good Tuesday morning, right? Yep, Tuesday. 19th? Somewhere in there? So it's about that time of April. We're supposed to be like 46 degrees today. Woke up like 20. 18, something like that. It's not terrible out here right now. Chickens are out. You can see, I think the rest of the snow will go today. We're going to unload that later. Did chores. Ran into the hardware store. For those that thought I was going back to the Ford garage, you can fuck right off. Anyway, we got these. We're working on Katie's greenhouse, so upcoming project. And then I picked up one of these fellers here. It didn't have a fixed blade, and I needed this scoring blade to cut plexiglass with, because, well, we have all that up there to do projects with, and so feller needed one of them. So we got this. We're gonna make back glass for this thing, get that installed. What are you doing, Rick? And we'll go from there. We did the service on this thing in the previous video, and the tires and all that happy jazz. So let's get a back window in, shall we? All right, so we'll throw down our T-square here that spent the winter in the backyard, but that's another story for another day. And anyway, oh, come on now. Now you notice on this end it's a little bit more than 48. So we gotta finish this end up like that. Otherwise, you'll take the corner off with it. We're gonna try to snap this thing clean off the tailgate. Oh, come on now. Like that. A little too much deflection in the center of it. Now you come along the backside with your edge. Cut that. Good to go. Right? Got it. Get your marker. I'm not here to use tape measures and shit for everything, so. Hold that up there close enough, right? Somewhere's in there. I'll show you how we're gonna install this thing. Probably somewhere's in there. I'll show you how we're gonna do the install on this, and then, well, obviously that's why I'm making the video. Fuck's sake. Shut up, Rick. So that one, short pieces like this. Grab some gloves. Make sure, because if it frags off, that should have cut the hell out of your hands. Especially because this has already been shattered. I don't know if it's cracked or anything like that below the surface. So we want to put some gloves on here. And that's what I'm saying. It's probably gonna, this shit probably ain't the best stuff in the world, but it'll work for what I'm doing. Grab some pliers to clean up your score edge. If I was working on a tabletop or something like that, we could do that without that happening. 100%. But I'm not, so we didn't. And we got a little stuff that can get turned into heat. Big deal. Come on. There we go. Okay. So now we got to cut to size. Then we got to get this so it'll fit up there and seal up a little bit. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. Alright, so this is some pre-cut 1-inch pipe insulation. Right? Good and fine. All that happy stuff. We gotta find our corner here. And this stuff ain't exactly new. So all I'll do is I'll work it back from the edge. Like that. Come on this edge. Same thing. This one, same way. Flip it over and repeat the process. Okay, so I got all that pulled back like that. Pull this down. So I said you don't have to worry about your edges being super clean and true and all that shit. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Because I said it don't matter. Come along here. Slide that over. Slide your insulation, pipe insulation over this. Now you could go get like, you could get smaller, like 1/2 inch pipe insulation. You get what you want. I got this laying around, so it's what we're using. Cut it off the same length on the sides. Perfect. Do the other side. Same basic process. Cut that off. So that part that gets a little more complicated here is the top edge. We gotta do a couple pieces on it. And if you wanna make it look a little bit more fancy, we can bevel cut it at like 45. Like that. Take this one. Same thing, you gotta find your slot right there. This isn't the adhesive. Some of them come with adhesive on them, on that edge, and then it'll be taped. I don't like that shit. I'd rather, even if I'm using it for a plumbing mat application, I'd rather tape it on versus using it that way, but my preference. You gotta do what you want. Cut that off at approximately the same 45. Trim it if you need to. This one isn't going to make it all the way down, so you don't have to cut a 45 on the other end. Now, because I'm not a true craftsman here, keep that in mind. Now I have to cut this a little bit steeper. Flatten it out. Good enough. I'm okay with it. And like I said, it's not going to look that fancy. We got a little work to do to get it in the place where it's final destination anyway. So kind of leave this here so I'm not scratching the face of that plexiglass too bad before we actually get it in the side by side. And you can see how that kind of lines up. I say kinda because I mean kinda. Give me a short piece. Cut this again. 45. Run your finger through it. You can try to flatten it out. Cut it 45-ish, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little steeper. Cut a little steeper. Perfect. Cut it to length. Here. Okay, so that'll end up like that. Now we gotta get this thing installed. Okay, for securing this to the side-by-side itself, we're gonna go with, we're gonna drill a few holes in this, 3 on each side, and then we'll line up where we need to drill on the machine after that, because right now we're only strapping it to the pipe roll cage. But we will need some securement in the middle to keep it from buffering. So make sure you got a sharp bit, very light on your pressure, because you'll crack it out the side otherwise. So we got that done. Let's get this thing put up there. Okay. This would be nice with an assistant, but unfortunately, during the weekdays, I do not have one. So my wife is at work, and I'm here doing what I do. So we're gonna start this and kind of get it that far, and if I need to, we can tip the box back to allow that to swing in there, and hopefully oh. Kind of see the theme that we're going for here. At least start to anyway. See if we can tip this back enough that oh sure, why not? Knock that off, that's okay. And I try to get that into place a little bit. If we end up having to readjust and cut something off and put it back in a different spot, we can certainly do that too. But you can see this pipe insulation kind of creates a seal against the back versus having an air gap there. So that was kind of my thought process in that aspect. I should have drilled that hole a little bit higher on that side. It's a little bit low, but yeah, we might be able to make it work. We might just drill another hole. We'll have to, you can see how that pulls that in there, but the middle's still it's gonna want to buffer, so we got to figure out where we're gonna drill holes and secure it. So I'll do a little looking around. We'll figure out where that's gonna get secured. We'll go from there. All right, so I went down to the pole barn, then I went to the Yukon, and I was digging around trying to find some hardware to bolt that window down on the bottom. To no fucking avail. And so I went and dug around on another spot in the pole barn. I found some machine screws. They're way too fucking long. But these old machine screws, they'll work, so we're gonna trim these off to length. We'll get this window bolted in eventually. in place. And then see how cracked up and scratched up and all that stuff it is from being all stacked in piles. And it was an auction buy, so worst case scenario, I pull this off here. It doesn't work a damn. I know it's got a couple of scratches, but things have gone through the glass, through the protective barrier and scratched. I mean, for makeshift rear glass, I kind of think that shit's okay. You can see our fasteners down there. We use them fender washers that we found when we were treasure hunting in the Yukon on the members page. If you ever didn't have a chance to go over there and check that out on the members side, take a minute to consider it. $5 a month, more if you want to, and I do appreciate it. But go over there and check it out. We're trying to hammer out the members videos for you guys, and those are about a week, getting about a week ahead, a week to 10 days, getting a sneak peek on the things that I'm doing and the things that are going on, the videos that are coming. So, plus some exclusive content when we're digging around in the treasures around here. So, go over there and check it out if you don't mind. All right, a couple of final touches here. I won't take it. I don't know if that's going to stay there. I hope it'll stay there. It'll keep the wind from trying to blow that up and suck it out the back. You notice the top on this thing is, I don't know if they're like that from the factory, but it's that way now. I know it. If I unbolt these, it kind of flattens out because there's a gap there. But I think what I'm going to try to do is get either more of this, which isn't big enough, or find something that I can fill that gap with, because this is going to make it 95% better, but you're still going to suck a little dust in through back here because you get that turbulence behind the side-by-side going down the road. So I'm going to try to find something. I'll dig around, see if I can come up with something to stick in here. I'm trying to use what I got around here instead of being buying down shit all the time. So I'll figure it out, because that's what I do. Well, there you go. My sandwich is gone, and I got to get back to work because I'm helping Katie with the greenhouse, and we're getting plants started. So if you guys like what I'm doing, throw me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, ring the bell, get my notifications. Memberships are down there if you want one, and I do much appreciate it. We got a lot of videos coming, and like I said, the members only stuff is about a week early. I'll probably have one up tomorrow for the members page. Appreciate y'all. See you on the next one.